please do not do this. This is the wrong thing to do. Hey guys, in today's episode of you see in the real estate world, I want to introduce you to the old DU. Yeah, you heard that right. I have a listing agent that I work with, and she was presented with pre-approvals and DUs that were old. I want to explain this because I want to show it to you guys, and it's probably one of the most hilarious things that you've seen in a long time. So stick with me. So what you guys see over here is the DU for one of the clients. Now both clients presented DUs with their pre-approvals, and essentially what ended up happening was one was for a conventional and the other one was for an FHA. What you're looking at over here is a conventional loan. Now I looked at both, and to be very honest with you, the only thing that the LOs really did correct here was they omitted or blurred out the client's information and their lender information and all that other stuff. But if you take a look with me, the submission date on this one is almost, what is today? October 12th. Almost 2 months from the submission date. We're quoting an interest rate of 5.75, which doesn't exist even if you bought down to the lowest right now. And your debt to income ratio is still maxed out at 49.86%. Now, when I look at this DU, the first thing that pops out at me is that this clearly was not run based on the property that my listing agent has. Why do we know that? Because this was run 2 months prior. So the property taxes are probably not correct. It's probably not according to what the trim taxes are, which is the new taxes for the new year. So there's little to no room for error in this at 49.86%. But it gets better, it gets better, it gets better. Let me show you this. Over here, we have the FHA DU. Now, again, I told you the only thing that these LOs really did that was good was that they took out all the client's information. But check this out. When I initially saw this, I'm going to be honest with you, I saw this right here. I thought it was European dating. I thought it was September 3rd, 2022 when it was run. I had to take a double look again and realize that it was actually March 9th, 2022, if you can believe that. So, I mean, obvious thing that pops out, you have the note rate at 4%, which 4% you're just not going to get. I mean, it's just insane to even think you can get that. The other thing that pops out, or the third thing that pops out, is the housing expense at 44.3%. When you look at FHA traditionally can go up to a max like 47% on the housing side. So if anything has changed, which we know that rates have changed, then that's going to pop and increase the overall housing expense. And then the total expense ratio at 53.93, that's also very tight because we can go to a max of 56.99. And the crazy thing is that when these were presented to the listing agent, she had made it known that, hey, both of these are very old. We need something that's updated, and I have a deadline to present all the offers that we have on the table. So ultimately, when they were sent over to me, it just, re-justified the fact that, hey, these are really old numbers that we're working with. The main issue with this FHA DU right here, the main issue is that this credit report is old by months, which means that now we have to re-pull credit. And what is the new credit score going to look like? Is DU going to like that? There's been some DU upgrades since this was pulled that have been a little bit more risk adverse. So does that mean that they potentially could lose the approve eligible, or they may not be able to qualify? Absolutely. That's definitely a possibility. Don't do this. Please do not do this. This is the wrong thing to do. My point with saying all this is this. If you're an LO right now and you're submitting garbage DUs like this is not doing any sort of justice to your clients at all. It's not doing anything, right? If anything, it's making you look bad because it makes you look like you don't know what's going on, and you're submitting old DUs, and you're probably not going to get the property because of that. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'll see you soon.